write the what you have to do. You have to remember this, correct? 2s8 Fc. 2s total valence electron skeleton. You have to make each and every atom happy. That is, make them fill the 8 valence electrons. Then you have to what to do? Minimize the formal charges. But since these are second period elements, you will not be able to expand their octets. O3. You have to calculate the formal charge on each atom, okay? Formal charge of each atom. So a formal charge of carbon equal to all of your answers are correct. The formal charges and the Lewis dot structure, the final Lewis dot structure that I have denoted just adjacent to the octets that I have written. Yes, I missed the lone pair. Yes, correct. I missed the lone pair. I didn't copy back from here. I missed the lone pair. Yes. Let's start the valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. And I guess this 1.5 hour is ample enough time to cover valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. Now, let me write this. We call it as Vesper theory. VSEPR, you can call it VSEPR. What is the full form? It is valence shell electron pair valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. Now, this particular valence shell electron pair repulsion theory, it will help you in determining the structure of different molecules. Okay. And this particular VSEPR theory is very logical. If you understand it, it is very logical how to approach it. Even you will not even ask any doubt or logical question regarding the postulate of VSEPR. The postulates of VSEPR theory. VSEPR. So tell me, VSEPR theory, it will help us in determining the structure of different molecules, correct? So if we are determining the structure of different molecules, then we have to determine which molecules are bonded in which directions. I mean, what shapes they are taking. So the crux of the molecule structure of molecules is the bonding part. Am I right?
Yeah.
So what type of electron determine the bonding? Are these the inner shell electrons or the outer shell electrons?
Outer.
So that is the first postulate. That is the first postulate of valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. See, the shape of molecules depend on the number of valence shell valence shell electron pairs. Valence shell electron pairs. Valence shell electron pairs. And why pairs? Because as we have seen earlier also, even if we see a bond, there are pair of electrons. And even if we see the lone pair, they are fixed in a pair. These electrons, lone pair electrons, are fixed in a pairs. So valence shell said, okay, if you are taking the bonding as pairs, let us take the lone pairs, lone electrons as pairs, and they call it lone pair electrons. Hence, this particular number of valence shell electron valence shell electron pairs will decide the shape of the molecule. Will decide the shape of the molecule. And how will they decide? Now, see, each of these valence shell electron pairs, they will repel each other. Why they repel each other? Because there is a negative charge in them, and they will repel each other. That is very logical and reasonable to postulate around that pairs of now this Vs is valence shell electron. The pairs of valence shell electron repel each other. Now you tell me, how should the electron occupy space in particular atom? Should they be in such a place that the repulsion is maximum or minimum? What leads to stability? Because we are always going towards stability. So what should the repulsion should increase or decrease?
So repulsion would be minimum.
Minimum, correct? So that is the
Yes.
next one. See, electrons occupy space such that the electron pair repulsion is minimum. The electron pair repulsion is minimum. Now, as a consequence of that, first of all, as soon as we said space, that means we are talking 3 dimension. Now that means we are talking 3 dimension. Hence, we have to consider and have a consensus on what kind of 3D structure are we going to assume of atom. Now, can I have Ahmed?
Yes, sir.
What do you think? What should be the shape of valence shell? Because we are not interested in the inner shell electrons. We are only interested in the valence shell. So what do you think? How should we shape the valence shell? As sphere or cube or cuboidal? What is most logical that you can think of?
Spherical.
Spherical. Now that is the next postulate of whisper theory, that the valence shell is taken as sphere, and electron pairs localize. This localize means they have a fixed place. They don't move around, because as soon as they found, okay, fine, if I stay here, the repulsion is minimum. That means they are localized. They are not moving around here and there. Now, the electron pair localize on surface of sphere at maximum distance. Because if we want to create minimum repulsion, we have to separate the electrons so that they have maximum distance. At maximum distance. There are the fifth one is Vesper theory. That's valence shell electron pair repulsion is applicable to all resonance structures. All resonance structure. I mean, this last fifth point, it will come to our consideration. We will consider this when we are dealing with resonance structure and how this Vesper is applicable to resonance structure. I have given you a hint of resonance structure in the last lecture, but we will deal with resonance structure in a bit detail and greater detail in organic chemistry. But first of all, we have to determine the structure. Hence, till 4 is enough for us. The 4 points are enough for us. Now see. The sixth point is that multiple bonds are treated as single electron pair. They are treated as single electron pair. They are not considered single electron pair. Correct. Now, what is that meaning? I will explain. And the electrons in the multiple bond, that is 2 or 3 electron pairs, whatever we have in multiple electrons in 2 or 3 in 2 or 3 in 2 or 3 electron pairs are treated as single super pair. Now this means that this whole sentence means that the multiple bonds localize as if they are single electron pairs. This means that the multiple bonds, they localize as if they are single electron pair. I mean, there is no difference in localization. The point here is they localize as if they are single electron pair. And the 7th point that you have to understand is the order of repulsion. In VS, in valence shell electrons. See, when we are considering the valence shell electrons, then we will have two types of electron pairs. The first one will be the lone pair electrons, and there will be bond pair electrons. Lone pair electrons and bond pair electrons. So the repulsion between the lone pair and lone pair electrons will be maximum. Now this will be succeeded by lone pair and bond pair repulsions, then bond pair and bond pair repulsion. The reason why the lone pair electrons have maximum repulsion, because there is only one nucleus which is attracting them. Hence, these repel each other at very large magnitude. Now here lone pair and bond pair repulsion is minimum because one of the electron pair is attracted by, is an influence under two nuclei, because A and B, if they have a bond, these two electrons, they are also in the influence of the nucleus of A and also under the nucleus of B. Hence, the repulsion decreases, and the last one will be for are in influence under the two nuclei. The order of repulsion in valence shell electron is of this order. Let us see. Okay, fine. We were dealing with valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. Now the first thing is, should I discuss anything about molecules such as AB? Because what type of shape can you make of AB? Just this. Even if there are triple bonds, you just have to make this, correct? Even, right? So I am not discussing anything, and it has not been discussed in your syllabus also. I mean, it is very obvious that the structure of a molecule with the atoms A and B will be AB, just a single bond between them. Hence, we will start with, this is called the coordination number. What is the coordination number? Coordination number means the number of bonds that are in particular the number of pair of electrons. It is also called valence shell electron pairs. Valence shell electron pair number. What does this mean? The number of electron pairs in the valence shell, or we will call it coordination number. Coordination number. Correct? Now what is this? This is we can either call VSEP n, VSEP n, or we can call it CN, coordination number. So this will be equal to, coordination number is equal to number of electron pairs, pairs in bond plus number of lone pairs. Correct? Number of lone pairs. That means you just have to calculate number of bonds plus number of lone pairs, not electrons, lone pairs you have to count. So we will start with the first coordination number 2. Coordination number is equal to 2. Now what is the case? If the coordination number is 2, the only one case that will be coordination number is equal to number of electron pairs in a bond, 2 bonds plus 0 lone pairs. Correct? We will start with 2 bonds plus 0 lone pairs. The compound will be coordination number 2, AB. Compound will be AB. If we make AB, then we have to do 2, AB2. Why AB2? A will be in center. Do you have any doubts? For example, if I write it like this, I am not making anything. I'm just making the A. Right now, A. Correct? The coordination number is 2. That means 2 bonds. So what do you think, Abir? Where should I put the 2 bonds? I mean, what should be the angle between them to make it at maximum distance?
180 degree.
180 degree, correct? 180 degree. So if I made it like this, then I will put the B here and another B here, correct? Now, if I have, for example, if I have
Yes, sir.
another case, and what should I call this? I should call this linear. I should call this
Yes, sir.
linear. The geometry is linear. This is the geometry. Now, for example, of these type of compounds are BeCl2, and HgCl2. Now, if we have another case where coordination number is equal to 2, and here we have 1 bond and 1 lone pair. So then again, what is this case? It is just AB. It is just AB. So we will not discuss this. The AB cases we will not discuss for 1 bond and 1 lone pair. So we will move on to the coordination number 2. Now we will move to the coordination number 3. When the number is equal to 3, the first case that will be have, now here is 3 is equal to, or I should write the first number of bond pairs, number of bond pairs plus number of lone pairs is equal to 3. So first we will take the case of 3 plus 0 is equal to 3. That means all the bond pairs are the bond pairs. There are 0 lone pairs. So again A. Now this will be for AB3. A. Now I'm making one of the bonds here. Now where should I put the another bond? At how many angles? The other 2. What we are dealing is, if you have to make 3 lines. You have to make 3 lines. Okay. So if you have to make 3 lines, in a plane, then the only possibility to make it maximum is 120 degrees. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Because these 3, and see, I don't know how good is your maths. With 3 points, With 3 points, you can only make a plane. With 3 points, you can only make a plane. You
Yes,
can never make
I was actually saying for 4.
no, okay, okay,
Yes,
fine.
sir.
I am asking about 3. And if you have 3 points, you can only make a plane. You can never make a what I can say, a 3D space with 3 points.
Yes, sir.
A, B, B,
So
and
it
B.
is 360 by 3, right?
Yes, we can write 360 by 3, but here what we are dealing with is 3 points, correct? That is why it is 360. Now tell me the angle of sphere. Do you know the angle of sphere?
No.
No, yes, exactly. So that is why I'm saying up till 3, we have a plane. Because see, how many points do we have? 1, 2, 3, correct? Now these 3 points will make only a plane. They cannot make a space. You cannot make a 3D structure out of 3 points. Out of 3 points, you can never make a 3D structure. Now let us move on to the second case. Here it will be 2 plus 1, that is equal to 2 plus 1, that is equal to 3.
3.
Example of this will be BF3. 3 plus 0, it will be BF3. Now boron will occupy like this. F, F, F. Now for coordination number 3, and we have the case of bond pair. This is the B bond pair. This is bond pair. This is lone pair. This is equal to 3. But let us start with AB2. Correct? AB2. Now how will we make AB2? It will be A. The B's will be here. B, and we will write another one, and we will give it a lone pair electrons. Lone pair electron. Similarly, if you see ozone, it will be this was the shape of ozone, correct? Now see here the 6th point, sorry, the 6th point, that means the multiple bond localized as if they are single bond, single electron pair comes into picture. Why? Even though there are 2 bonds we can see, but we have localized them as a single pair, correct? Hence we are writing 2 bond pair and 1 lone pair. 2 bond pair and 1 lone pair. Why? By the virtue of this 6th point, that the multiple bond is localizes as if they are single electron pairs. Okay, so ozone is an example. Another example for this one is SO2. SO2, keep that in mind. Here if I write molecular shape will be trigonal planar. Now the geometry, electronic geometry, will be again trigonal planar. But in this case, if I write the electronic geometry, it will be trigonal planar. But if I write the molecular shape, this will be now bent. The molecular shape depends on the bond, because molecular shape depends on the bond, and electronic geometry depends on the electron pairs. So electron pairs are obviously here also in trigonal planar shape, but the geometry, if we what do we do? If we just remove this particular electron pair, let me just remove this electron pair. Now look at the compound, you will say molecular shape. But as soon as these bond come, these electron pair come, you will say, okay, fine. The geometry is trigonal planar and the molecular shape is bent. Molecular shape is bent. 4. Coordination number is equal to 4. The first case will be BP is equal to 4 plus LP is equal to 0, that is equal to 4. correct? 4 bond pairs and 0 lone pairs. The compound that we will take is AB4. Now, how will we arrange this? We will arrange this in a tetrahedral way. Now, as soon as we have got 4 points, now we can go towards the 3D space, that is 3D space, and we can occupy all the 3 dimensions. So we'll take A, B, B, V, and B. And the angle here is 109.5 degrees. 109.5 degrees. And maybe I can show you with my little kit here. Is this visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see,
Yes, sir.
all these points are very symmetric. All these points are very symmetric. See, as soon as I see now the gray one, now the black one is at the top. Now I'm picking up the blue one. Now I'm making the stop. See, nothing changes. It looks like it is not a very symmetrical structure, but it is very symmetrical. Now, as soon as I will move it in the top, the orange one, all the 3 will take the same position as the previous one. Because if I have all these balls here of same color, you will not be able to distinguish them. Okay, now you can see the orange one is tapped as that is at the top, and now the other ones are at the bottom. But no, if I move it like this, it is the same. So this is very symmetrical structure. This is very symmetrical structure, and you will come to this structure in 12th standard in solid state chemistry. I mean, cube is made up of these structures. A cube is made up of these structures, small bits of these structures. We have discussed the angle. Let us look at the electronic geometry, what we will call the electronic geometry. Electronic geometry is what? Electronic geometry is tetrahedral. The molecular shape. The shape is also tetrahedral. And example of this will be CH4. Example of this will be CH4. Yes, we have discussed the angle, electronic geometry, molecular shape, and one of the examples. Now, second case, BP is equal to 3 plus lone pair is equal to how much? Lone pair is equal to 1. This will give us 4. We can take AB3 and 1 electron pair and 1 electron pair. We will do the same thing as we did. We will do the same thing as we did with these particular. But now what we will do? You have to put here 1 electron pair. Now tell me, Abir, what will be the angle between these two?
Sir, which two?
Wait a second. These two, the red one. The angle that I have drawn, the red one.
109.5 degree. Same
Yes,
angle.
109. Yes, same angles. Okay. The angle here is also same. Angle is equal to 109.5 degrees. Now here what will happen? The electronic geometry, the E geometry will be tetrahedral. But the molecular shape will become what? This is a pyramid, and the base of the pyramid is a triangle, hence trigonal pyramidal. Now the angle here will be less than 109.5, because we saw here also that the angle here was less than 120. Why? Because the bond pair repulsion are almost all bond pair repulsion are equal. In this, 2 bonds are repelling each other. These 2 bonds are repelling each other. These also are repelling each other in equal magnitude, because all of them are bond pairs. But what happens here, these bond pairs, they repel each other, but the magnitude of repulsion between this lone pair and bond pair is higher. This bond pair and lone pair is higher. Hence what happens? The bond in the ideal case, which was AB3, Now what happens? These bond pairs come a bit closer because the repulsion of lone pair and bond pair is of greater magnitude. Similarly, here what will happen? The angle will be less than 109.5 degrees. Now, where will that depend? It will depend on what type of atom we are looking. What type of atom we are looking. For example, if we have, NH3. Now, here the angle is, angle is equal to 107 degrees, is equal to 107 degrees. The third one, which is bond pair is equal to 2 plus lone pair is equal to 2. That is, it will give us 4. And we will have AB2 and 2 electrons, E2. Okay. So the electron pairs, they will arrange themselves in a similar way. They will arrange themselves in a similar way, like this. Oh, wait a second. Yes, this is the, so we will write here B and B. The electron pair will be this side. The electron pairs will be at this side. Now, if I write the electronic geometry, it will be tetrahedral. The shape will now be bent. The shape will be bent. Now I have to see. This is the electronic geometry. Now what I should do to know the shape? These two are the lone pair electrons. So I am removing the lone pair electrons because the shape is known by the bonds. Now, as you can see, what happened? It became bent. Okay, so the shape will be bent. Now, if the shape is bent and we have 2 electron pairs, the angle will be again less than obviously 109.5 degree, less than 109.5. Example here is H2O. How is the H2O? It is like this. This is the H2O structure. Now, what is the angle of H2O? Angle here is 104 degrees. Angle here is 104 degrees. Some books write it 104.5. I mean, check your NCERT, what they have written. I guess in NCERT they have written 105 degrees, which is the older data. Okay, 104.5 degree for H2O. 104.5 degree for H2O. Now moving to coordination number 5. Coordination number is equal to 5. Now the first is in that will be bond pair is equal to 1 plus, bond pair is equal to 5 and lone pair is equal to 0. This will give us 5 and this will be AB5 in AB5. Now the shape that was discovered to have the least repulsion, the electron pairs that were discovered to have least repulsion was the trigonal bipyramidal. It was A like this. We put the 3 B's in a trigonal planar form and the other 2 as in a linear fashion. Now there are 2 types of angles here. Okay. Now what I can say is the shapes. First, let us discuss about electronic geometry is equal to trigonal bipyramidal. Why bipyramidal? If we can make one pyramid from a top pyramid and a bottom pyramid. Okay. That is why trigonal bipyramidal. Now the shape here is also this particular shape, that is trigonal bipyramidal. Let me just write these 2 commas. Now angle. There are 2 types of angle. These will be of 120 degree. And if we measure these two particulars, then this will be 90 degree. Okay, angle. And another one, if I measure, this will be 180 degree, but only two are given in your NCERT. That is between planar atoms is equal to 120 degree, between planar and axial is equal to how much? Is equal to 90 degrees. Now this particular axial one and planar, the planar one are also called, there are two types of bonds in TBP, trigonal bipyramidal. One is axial, other one is equatorial. What are the equatorial one? The planar ones. The planar one, okay? The axial and equatorial. The axial one, the bond between axial and the equatorial one is 90 degree. The angle between the equatorial one is equal to 120 degree. Now the example for this is PCl5. Okay, PCl5. Now the another point that you have to remember about PCl5 is that there is a reaction. Now there is a reaction. If we heat PCl5, we get PCl3 plus Cl2. Okay, now let us draw PCl5. Correct. Now when we draw PCl5, we know that these three, which I am marking in red, are of same type, and these two particular that are of axial one are of same type. Now you tell me, this Cl2 is axial one or equatorial one? First of all, the Cl2, the two Cls here, Cl and Cl, they will be of same type, either axial one or equatorial one, correct?
Sir.
Okay. Now you tell me what is the more probability. If we look at these, structure, it is easier to detach these two similar ones rather than detaching these two planar ones, correct? And by this particular reaction, they said that axial bonds are larger in size, larger in length than equatorial bonds. Larger in length than equatorial bonds. Okay. So why? Another reason here is this particular chlorine here is having 90 degree from here, 90 degree from here, 90 degree from this. It has three different atoms in its vicinity, in its neighboring, and all of them has 90 degree, correct? Now look at this chlorine, and this chlorine. It has one at 90 degree, two at 90 degree, and the other two are in 120 degrees. Other two are in 120 degrees. Axial, all 90 degree. Equatorial degree. Some at 90, some at 120. Now, Mariam, you will tell me, if I have a bond like this, that is 90, and if I have a bond like this is 120, which one of them will have greater repulsion?
90 degree.
90-degree one will have greater repulsion because they are closer to each other. And if they will have greater repulsion, that is the reason that the bonds are larger in length. Due to greater repulsion, the bonds are larger in length, and hence the PCl3 of the equatorial PCl3 remains intact by heat, but the axial Cl2, the axial chlorines, they exit out and form Cl2. Okay. Now we are done with the 5 ones, so we will start with the second case. That will be bond pair is equal to 4, lone pair is equal to 1. Okay, I'm starting. This will be AB, 4, and E. Now E will be here as discussed earlier because it will choose to be in the equatorial position rather than the axial position, because the repulsion in equatorial position is minimum. We have been writing electrons like this. B. Now, Ahmed, tell me what would be the electronic geometry?
It will be this trigonal
TBP only.
bipyramidal.
Yes, TBP, trigonal pyramidal. Now, shape. Tell me shape.
Seesaw.
Yes, shape will be seesaw. Shape will be seesaw. Now the angles will now what will happen? That it will distort. This will repel these two angles, correct? Now the angles will get distorted. Okay, angle for equatorial, it will be less than 120 degree. For axial also, what will happen for axial?
Less
The
than
axial bond, yes, less than 90. Now if I'm saying axial, is this angle?
Yeah, no, sir, the other one. Yes.
No, not this one. Why? Because we cannot measure between lone pair. We cannot measure. Bonds are measured only by. We can measure this one.
Yeah.
Yes, the bonds are measured. Yeah? These are the bond angles: equatorial bonds, axial bonds. This is just a lone pair. Now, what else do I have to study? Electron shape, angle. Yes, example. The example that you have is SF4. SF4. This shows particular this type of structure. The third case that we will see is bond pair is equal to 4. Lone pair is equal to, sorry, bond pair will be 3. We've already seen 4. Bond pair will be 3. Lone pair will be 2. We will write it as AB, 3, and E2. This will be A. Now, I am putting it here. This is B. This is B. This is B. The electronic geometry, you all will write it on your own. It will be TBP only. The shape will be T shape. T shape. And the angle will be again the same, less than 120, and axial will also be less than 120 degree. And the example for this is it is ClF3. It is ClF3. It is of T shape. At the equatorial position, there are only 2 lone pair, repulsion, but at axial position, But at axial position, there will be how much? 1, 2, and 3. So there are 2 lone pair. This will be bond pair. 1, 2, and for angle there will be 3. At equatorial, there are 2. This angle and this angle. For if I put it here, somewhere here, 1, 2, 3. Okay. For example, there will be after writing the second and third case, you will write the reason for lone pair at equatorial position. Now the last one, that is coordination number 6. That will be coordination number 6. Coordination number is equal to 6. The first case, that will be bond pair is equal to 6 plus lone pair is equal to 0. This will give us 6. Now what is the shape? And the case will be AB6. AB6. Now if I write A and 6. AB6, these are 6. The electronic geometry. Electronic geometry is what? Any idea? Octahedral. 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 Then we have the shape. Again, it will be octahedral. Example that we have here is SF6. The example that we have here is SF6. The angles are all 90 degrees. Okay, this angle is also 90 degree. All are 90 degree. All the bonds are same. Angle is equal to 90 degree. Just a second, let me write this down. Meanwhile, I am trying to make your SF6. Yes. Now, can you see the 90 degrees between these two, the black and blue?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, what happens? See, this is also very symmetric. This is also very symmetric. Now, the black is at top, blue is at bottom. Now, if I take this blue, it's the same. If this black doesn't changes anything, okay, red is at top. So any one of them can be at top. Now the two black and the two blues are in the equatorial position, if you call it. But now you can see what happened. The blue became the top, and the other one became the equatorial position. This is very symmetric. If you have cube now, the Rubik's cube, which is the top layer, which is the bottom layer, it is only on your perspective. It is only on your perspective.
Yes, sir.
Right? You can never tell it how it is. Another thing which is very interesting about this is, I don't know whether you will be able to see this or not. Okay.
Yes, sir. 3 by 3.
So you can see. Now,
Yes,
can you
sir.
see that the two blues and one green, the two blues and one green, they are making a downward triangle like this.
Yes, sir.
And the two blacks and the red one here is making an upward triangle, correct? The two black and one red.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I will come to this particular star in solid state, class 12. In solid state, class 12. Remember this. Remember this star, the upward star and the downward star. Now let us move on to the bond pair is equal to 5. Bond pair is equal to 5. And how many will be the lone pair?
1.
Lone pair is equal to 1, and this will be equal to 6, and this will be equal to AB5E. There is no restriction in the electron pair. You can keep it anywhere. All the bonds are same. Let us keep this at top. The electronic geometry will be what? Octahedral. Now the shape will become pyramidal, but square pyramidal. Why square? Because the base here is of a square, hence square pyramidal. And example for this will be BRF5, I guess. Example for this equal to BRF5, and the angle will be less than 90 degree, and this will not be very much less than 90 degree, a bit less than 90 degree. That's it. The third case will be BP is equal to 4, lone pair is equal to 2. This will give us 6. Now it will be AB4 and 2 electron pairs, and so we'll write it A, B, 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 again B. And the electronic geometry will be octahedral. Shape will be square planar. And example for this is, now you will start worrying, XeF4. Fluorides of xenon. XeF4. I mean, this fluorine is so electronegative, and oxygen also. It even took an electron from the noble gas, the one who was not even reacting to any kind of propagation. It reacted with fluorine.